Hello and welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel with special thanks to Zone 3. We are on our way to challenge Roth. We're driving across Germany in a Tesla. This is Liz and this is Matt. Liz is mile and a half, Matt is not. I'm going to try and not mix up these two over the next few days, but there's an easy way for me to remember this. Liz is the one with the moustache and Matt's the one with the beard. So remember that. Matt and I racing in challenge Roth. Liz's top support crew, so looking forward to get out there, aren't we?
Be a representative.
Yeah, this car is Matt's, and Matt is not bothered about electric cars. As in, you're quite comfortable about.
I've never driven to Germany.
No, but you're quite relaxed about actually being able to get there. Whereas Liz, Liz said to me last night, somebody at work said, what did it say? Somebody at work said electric cars take 8 hours to charge. How are we going to get to Germany?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, are we ready, guys? Anyway,
we are. We're excited. Looking forward to getting there.
We're 5 minutes ahead of schedule. Got snacks in the car.
You're half an hour late and we're still 5 minutes ahead of schedule.
Exactly. All right.
Let's get going.
Let's get cracking. Okay, so we are on the road. Apologies for shaky hand Saxton back there. Now, Matt is driving first because I've never driven a Tesla, so he's going to give me a bit of a run through in a minute, and then I'm going to do some driving on this side of the, let's say the pond, of the, what do we call the channel?
The channel.
Yeah. While we're in the UK, so we're still driving on the left-hand side of the road, so there's less variables. I mean, it looks easy, so how can it be? Okay, so we're about an hour away from Dover, so our channel tunnel isn't for a little while yet. We're going to try and get in on an earlier one. We've used about, nearly 200 miles of range, which is about what we expected. But we're going to have a wee stop at Maidstone in Kent. So we're going to use the supercharger there. Now, when you stop for just a quick toilet stop, it might be 10 minutes, but 10 minutes at a supercharger could be worthwhile stopping at that. So that's what we're going to do. Because when we get to Dover, we might have to wait to cross, in which case we can charge then, or we might get straight on an earlier crossing, and then we could charge to the side and then get a long stint on the other side. This is like an endurance event. You got to think about the efficiency of when you're stopping. We only need to stop when we need electricity, other than like I could do with the Wii, and we're going to swap drivers. So 10-15 minutes while we sat around faffing around, what's on charge is worthwhile. So that's the plan. But yeah, all goes to plan so far. No roadworks, no traffic or anything. So yeah, it's going alright. I thought you were going to have to get an app out or something. So we've come to the Tesla supercharger, and you've done what? That's the exact. So is it linked to your car and it knows you link your bank account and stuff? Oh, wicked. Okay. So as Matt's had a suspicion of, the supercharger isn't actually at a services. The services is about a 400-metre walk that way. So
to go to a services, we went to a charger.
Yeah.
Because we thought would be one, and then we picked one where there's no services.
Exactly. So it hasn't gone exactly to plan, but it just means it'll be a 10-15 minute charge as opposed to a 5 or 10 minute charge. So what are we on just before we pulled up? 200 miles?
Nice to have a walk though, isn't it, actually?
Yeah, refreshing.
We had loads left. It's just.
Have you had sandwiches already?
You have.
What did you just say?
That I once saw down an escalator when I was a child.
Is that why you're hanging on to me for dear life? We're in Marks and Spencer's. We are out of our depth, more of a Primark kind of couple. But Marks and Spencer's does mean Percy Pigs, doesn't it? So Colin and Connie the Caterpillar. So we're going to stock up on those. Matt's getting a coffee. Then we're going to get back. I should probably explain, we're going to challenge Roth, which is the biggest triathlon in the world. And myself and Matt are going to do it, and Liz is supporting us. That's the whole point of us driving across Europe to Germany. Matt was just telling me that his Tesla app told him that he's limited to 80% because there's obviously a few other Teslas there charging, and the charging speed wasn't that good. So we'll see what effect that's had when we get back. But we've got a long way to go. Does it really feel any bigger width-wise than my car? It feels a little bit longer.
Yeah, you can't really see the front.
I mean, I did pass my driving test first time, so.
No, you didn't. That was a lie.
always say I did that. The second time as well. Oh yeah, when you lift off the accelerator, it really slows down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you're
literally planning the foot on the brake.
That's cool. So the stop added about 50 miles onto the range, which is pretty good. That isn't it, for just a quick little stop like that.
Wasn't the fastest.
It wasn't fast. Yeah, it takes some getting used to, doesn't it?
Can I dream of coffee?
You need a bib on.
Yeah, yeah. Can you just tell me when you're going to let your foot off the accelerator?
That's what your beard's for. I feel like people are going to critique my driving online, but let me just remind you, I have done a Palmer Sport track day, so I'm highly trained.
The regen braking thing does take a little bit getting used to.
500 feet.
So that was so my cornering up to yet. Well, not cornering, but This car's wider than my car, and Matt is, with good reason, somewhat nervous with my...
with your 2 hour stint of driving where we've moved, what, about 4 miles?
Yes, exactly. So getting on the Eurotunnel, it's quite tight, so he's a little bit nervous. And I said, well, these things are better sometimes. You can overthink it if you go too slow, so maybe just carry a bit of pace and just, just feel it and just... That was a no, apparently. So we are 35 minutes behind our original planned schedule. We are about 2 hours behind where we want to be because we've been here for ages. But it's one of those things, we're going to get as far as we can today. We'll do the rest of the journey tomorrow, so I should probably... in fact, yeah, I'm fine vlogging while I get on here, yeah.
Turn right.
It's still tight.
Meh. Space thing. Matt's just doing the braking with his legs there. Just for us.
You get tons of room on one side.
Here we go. We're on it.
Let's go. Okay, so we are on the train and we've been on here maybe 20 minutes. Matt and I have been for a long walk to the toilet and back, haven't we, Matt? And it took us a while. And Liz has just gone. We don't think she's going to get back from there before we get there and get out. So we've told her to go that way, haven't we? So that we pick her up on the way through if we do set off before she's back. I mean, should we just leave her? Is she really adding that much value to this trip? We've already determined that she doesn't know who a single professional long-distance triathlete is really, so she's not really going to know who to video this weekend. So I don't think we'll miss her too much. We'll see. Come on, Liz. I just thought I'd show you something that isn't the inside of a train or a car. So we are somewhere in Belgium. It is absolutely tinkling it down, as you can see. It's about 8 PM in the evening, obviously that's what PM is. We haven't made as much progress as we'd like today, various reasons, bit of traffic, delay on the tunnel, like it's just one of those things. We've just picked up a couple of takeaway pizzas, so we're getting stuck into those in the car. Matt, how's charging coming along?
It's fine.
Fine. So the plan is to try and do between 90 minutes and 2 hours now, maybe 2 and a bit, if we can. Get to a hotel, stay overnight, do the rest tomorrow, but it's looking like it's going to be 5 or 6 hours of driving tomorrow, so not ideal, but it is what it is. Life goes on. I'm going to get stuck into this pizza before they absolutely demolish it, and then my job is to find, because I've been driving since the tunnel to here, is to find a hotel, get booked in, see if there's charging nearby, all those sorts of things. Charging's not going to be a big problem, to be honest. Like now we'd need to stop for food anyway, but it's just we don't want to waste time tomorrow when we've got to go and register at the event, so we'll get inside. Alright, so it is 9 PM. You wouldn't believe how hard it's been to try and find a hotel and book in. I don't know how people do this when they're like, oh, we'll just find somewhere. It took me about an hour to just find somewhere. And after looking at all the quaint little German hotels, we eventually settled on an Ibis. But it's got breakfast, it's got plenty of rooms, it's got parking, so what more could you want other than electric car charging? So we're going to get there tonight, not as far as we hope to get, but it is better than nothing, and it leaves us with about 3 hours of driving tomorrow, but we've also got a charge to do on the way there, so probably 4 hours of moving time in total. So that's not the end of the world. If we set off for 8ish in the morning, we will be there for lunchtime is the plan. So yeah, let's see how that goes. See you in the morning. What time are you getting on this?
As late as possible. Don't like early mornings.
Okay, so it is the next morning. Good morning, Matt. Did you sleep like a baby?
It was good. Better than you by the sounds of it.
I felt like I was sleeping in a furnace. If I wasn't heat prepped then for this event, I am now. So we're just waiting for Liz to surface and to come out to the car, but we're just planning the route for today. We think we've got about 4 hours of driving-ish, so we're just planning, what that's going to look like in terms of charge, because we have 182 miles in the tank or battery, and then you put it in the Tesla thing and it tells you where you need to stop, and it had us getting down to 9% then charging, didn't it? So all Matt's done is just check that there are a few chargers en route for if... Yeah, there's loads. So if we're not as eco as we'd first thought, there are options. So that means we've got 2 hours of driving. A decent charge, that's going to be like a 30, 40, 50 minute charge, isn't it, to get a decent amount of power in the battery, and then we should be able to get there on that and then get to the hotel later on, is the plan. So this road trip is actually going okay. We should be at our destination in Roth. Yeah, sorry. For lunchtime, early afternoon, latest I suppose, and the weather is pretty damp, but it's going to get hot later on, so we'll just say morning to Liz when she gets here and then get on the road. Oh, good morning, Elizabeth.
Morning.
Have you risen?
Yes.
How did you sleep?
Not very well, it was very warm.
Yeah, I get quite sweaty, don't I? Anyway, get that bag in the car, let's get going.
Thanks.
Is that all you do, just hand your belongings over?
Yes, Matt does a wonderful job of sorting it all out for me.
In 1,000 feet, take the huge ramp on the right toward Green Street.
So this is actually the lowest we've let the battery get down on the whole trip. It's down to about, was it 9%, 10%? About 50 miles of range, so not a huge amount left. We've got about 2 hours and 45 of driving before we get to Roth. So ideally we want a good charge here. Matt's had to get some sort of adapter out to be able to fit it in, there we go. But you don't need to do anything else, there's no app or anything, like the car works it all out and sorts it out. So we're now charging. Matt will see it on his apps to how fast it's charging. We're aiming for a good stop. What we are finding is that the charging stations aren't like at anywhere, so normally it's in a car park.
No,
So we've got a McDonald's there, the Golden Arches, but there's not a huge amount else. Often the services are like not at the same place as the chargers, so it's been okay. But yeah, hopefully we get a good charge in here. It might be 40 minutes, 50 minutes maybe, but we'll see what the charging speed is like. Can you see what the charging speed is like straight away? Does it take a few minutes to? And also, because the car knew we were stopping at the station, it's preconditioned the battery on the approach, so it should charge faster. Now we've got here. What's it saying? So it's charging at 128 kilowatts, which is pretty good, isn't it? Stuff. We've arrived in Roth in one piece. We've not run out of battery anywhere. That was pretty smooth, wasn't it, really? We had an extra little stop after that last update, just a 10 minutes toilet stop, quick charge, and we're here. We're gonna go get registered at our event and get ready for a good weekend. Stay tuned for plenty more Roth content to come in the next few days. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below. Elon, if you're watching, if you think that TriathlonDan needs a Tesla, are we open to the idea of an EV?
Yeah.
Got it. See you later.